Hello and welcome to YNWE Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this. Fabrizio Romano provides massive Darwin Nunez to Napoli update. Liverpool are moving on to phase 2 of their summer transfer plans. Having secured Jeremy Frimpong, Florian Wirtz and Milos Kerkez, as well as confirming the permanent arrival of Georgi Mamardashvili, the Reds now require sales. Those incoming deals cost Liverpool a little under £200 million, and if ambitions of a new striker and a new centre-back are to come to fruition, then outgoings are going to now be necessary. We've already seen Trent Alexander-Arnold, Caoimhin Kelleher, and Nat Phillips depart on permanent deals, and several more first-team squad members are under consideration for exits. Federico Chiesa and Harvey Elliott are among the attacking contingent who could leave. But perhaps the most transformative signing would be Darwin Nunez. Napoli want Nunez. Signed from Benfica for a fee that could reach £85 million back in 2022, Nunez would earn the club more than any other player deemed transferable. Liverpool turned down deals with Saudi Pro League sides in January due to a lack of viable alternatives, but there are teams in the SPL still willing to pay around £70 million for the Uruguayan. The problem is that Nunez has got his eye on a move to Napoli, and so far the Italian champions are not playing ball. Ideally, Antonio Conte's side meet the asking price, which would then allow Liverpool to spend on a high-quality replacement. Liverpool and Napoli still far apart. However, according to Fabrizio Romano, the deal is at a standstill, which could bring other teams back to the table eventually. There could be many signings for Liverpool this summer. But also for Liverpool the situation is very clear, they also need some outgoings. He wrote and caught offside. So don't forget about the situation of Darwin Nunez, because there is interest from Napoli, but at the moment no agreement between club to club on the transfer fee. There is still a gap between Liverpool and Napoli, and this is a significant gap as of today on the valuation of the player. Then let's see what happens with more clubs in Europe and also in Saudi, who are also interested, because Darwin Nunez will be for sure one to watch in this summer's transfer window. If Liverpool receives £70 million for Nunez, then it could allow them to fund a deal for Alexander Isak, Hugo Ekitike, or Victor Osimhen. With the likes of Mateus Cunha, Liam Delap and João Pedro finding moves elsewhere, the market is becoming ever more constricted for new forward names. Liverpool better hope there is a thaw in Napoli's thinking before long. Liverpool tipped to perform transfer Uturn over Nunez Diaz. Liverpool have got a contract problem to resolve with Nunez Diaz. As things stand, they will lose the Colombian for free once his current deal expires in 2027. The 28-year-old first signed for the Reds back in January 2022 from Porto in a £37.5 million deal. He remains on the same terms he agreed to back then, reported at around £55,000 per week. Having conducted such a brilliant season under Arne Slot last term, scoring 13 times and playing in two key positions, Diaz might feel he is entitled to improved terms. Liverpool won't sell Diaz, unless. But sporting director Richard Hughes is currently not minded to give in to Diaz's demands, said to be around £140,000 to £150,000 per week. And it appears Liverpool are somewhat content to let Diaz's terms expire rather than commit to a new, wallet-busting deal for the winger. Reports suggest Liverpool have got no plans to sell the Colombian international during this transfer window, despite interest from both Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Indeed, it was reported on Wednesday that a bid to sign Diaz from Bayern had been turned down. Al Nassr could test Liverpool's Diaz stance. With the Anfield club valuing Diaz at around €80 million, there is little prospect of either European giant putting the Reds under threat. But one team could change all of that. Al Nassr are planning to spend big this summer, with Darwin Nunez also among their targets. And according to a new report in the Daily Mail, Cristiano Ronaldo's club could test Liverpool's resolve over Diaz. Should the Riyadh Giants meet his asking price, then Liverpool would all of a sudden reconsider their stance. The attraction in selling Nunez Diaz. The attraction is obvious. Diaz has been a good if not great Liverpool player over the terms of his contract. He had the season of his life last term, meaning his transfer value is probably as high as it will ever be. Receiving €80 million for the wide man would certainly go a long way towards funding other arrivals, including a new No. 9 and a new centre-back. Liverpool are quite well covered on the left, with Florian Wirtz expected to line up from that side and Cody Gakpo another capable option. Diaz could therefore be sacrificed in order to make space for new faces. Now it's over to Al Nassr as we wait to ascertain the seriousness of their interest. Cristiano Ronaldo's sister speaks her mind over brother's absence at Diogo Jota's funeral. Cristiano Ronaldo's sister has fiercely defended her brother against the backlash he received for not attending Diogo Jota's funeral. Jota and his brother, Andre, tragically lost their lives in a car crash on Thursday, with their funeral taking place on Saturday. While several of Jota's colleagues were present at the ceremony in Gondomar, close to Porto, Portugal captain Ronaldo chose not to attend due to concerns that his attendance might divert attention away from the solemn occasion. Ronaldo faced some disapproval from football fans for his absence, prompting his sister Katia Aveiro to take to Instagram with a series of vehement responses. On her Instagram story, she wrote, "When my father died, in addition to the pain of loss, we had to deal with a flood of cameras and curious onlookers at the cemetery and everywhere we went. And attention was not what it is today in terms of access. At no time were we, the children, able to leave the chapel. It was only possible at the time of the burial, such was the commotion. At the funeral, there were presidents, coaches of the national team at the time, such as Luis Felipe Scolari, etc. I don't remember seeing any of them. And they certainly greeted me. The pain blinded me. About pain/family and real support. You will never know what it means until you go through it. If someone sends me a message criticizing anything my brother does, I will block it, completely ignore it. That is, they will only do it once. It's getting tiring. The fanaticism. The criticism for nothing, I repeat nothing, sick society, we all have families. It is absurdly shameful to watch TV channels/commentators/social networks emphasizing an absence, wise, rather than respectfully honoring the pain of a mutilated family destroyed by the loss of two brothers. I am even ashamed to watch. Regrettable. And so the world goes, society and opinion. Today they are worthless. They themselves have become bottomless pits. I feel sorry, and war is also like that. Believe me. Human evil is also a war. And every day we have to fight against it. And so it goes. Ronaldo did share a heartfelt tribute to Jota on social media on Thursday. He wrote, "It doesn't make sense. We were just together in the national team, and you had just gotten married. To your family, your wife and your children, I send my condolences and wish them all the strength in the world. I know you will always be with them. Rest in peace, Diogo and Andre. We will all miss you." FC Penafiel pays tribute after tragic loss. FC Penafiel has publicly expressed its heartfelt gratitude following the overwhelming support received in the wake of the tragic deaths of two of its own, Diogo Jota and his brother Andrés Silva. The Portuguese second-tier side, where Silva previously played, issued a deeply emotional message acknowledging the widespread condolences. In a statement shared across the club's official channels, Penafiel said, "Futebol Clube de Penafiel sad deeply thanks all the messages of support, condolences and feelings that have reached us in various forms over the last few days. At a particularly difficult time for our entire Penafiel family, it is with great gratitude that we acknowledge each word, gesture, and demonstration of affection. Thank you." This outpouring comes amid national mourning in Portugal and international tributes from across the footballing world. Liverpool and wider football community shows support. Liverpool's current and former players were among the many who traveled to Gondomar, the brothers' hometown, for Saturday's funeral. Floral tributes, heartfelt messages, and moments of silence have underscored the unity of football and grief. Figures such as Virgil van Dijk, Andy Robertson, and head coach Arne Slot were present, alongside sporting director Richard Hughes and FSG's Michael Edwards. Meanwhile, the pitchside area at Anfield became a shrine of remembrance, lined with scarves, shirts, and personal tributes. Slot, speaking shortly after the news broke, reflected on Jota's last conversation with him. The last time we spoke, I congratulated Diogo on winning the Nations League and wished him luck for his forthcoming wedding. In many ways, it was a dream summer for Diogo and his family, which makes it all the more heartbreaking that it should end like this. When I first came to the club, one of the first songs I got to know was the one that our fans sing for Diogo. I had not worked with him previously, but I knew straight away that if the Liverpool supporters, who have seen so many great players over the years, had such a unique chant for Diogo, he must have special qualities. Portuguese contingent stand united. Players from across Europe's elite clubs made their way to pay their respects. Portugal internationals from Liverpool, Manchester United, and Manchester City were among those who attended either the wake or the funeral. Kevin Kelleher, James Milner, Fabinho, Alexis Mac Allister, Joe Gomez, and Ryan Gravenberch represented Liverpool past and present. Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, and Ruben Dias joined them in Gondomar to stand alongside their compatriots. Alisson Becker was unable to attend but posted a heartfelt tribute online, expressing his sorrow and support for Hoda's family. Merseyside united in grief. Back in Liverpool, Everton made a poignant gesture. Manager David Moyes visited Anfield personally to lay a floral tribute on behalf of the club. Everton's message read, "With heartfelt sympathy, from David Moyes and everyone at Everton Football Club." Beto and Youssef Chermatai also added to the growing tributes, representing Everton's Portuguese connection. This show of unity from both red and blue halves of Merseyside served as a reminder that some things transcend rivalry. Thank you for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.